princesses! Today I'm going to be talking about the Forencos Bare Fit Lasting Cushion. I picked this one up because somebody was interested in some products from Forencos, and I still don't know if I'm pronouncing the name correctly, but I am trying my best. And this one seemed like a really interesting cushion to try. Of course, I only picked up the refill of this one because it was cheaper than buying the actual cushion, and I'm not taking it out of the house, so I don't particularly need the cushion case set up. This does just fine. So for this review, I'm going to be talking about the product description, packaging and swatches, application, longevity, and my final thoughts. So if you'd like to skip to any of those points now, please do so. So for this one, the product description says, a lightweight foundation cushion with compact that provides sheer coverage to brighten your complexion. Features a powerful SPF 50+ PA+++ sun protection to protect your delicate skin from the free radical rays. Enriched with hyaluronic acid to moisturize your skin additionally, leaves a semi-matte finish that won't stain your mask. So for this one, of course, I just picked up the refill and I don't have the actual cushion case, but the cushion case, it does look quite nice. It looks kind of like the same pale pink that the refill comes in. This one also came with a cushion puff, which I like quite a lot. I think it does a really good job of applying the product. I picked up the shade 20N Pure Vanilla. This one is the kind of neutral one, but it is the lightest of the neutral colors. In total, they have 4 colors. They have 17 Rose Ivory, which is lighter than this one, but cool toned. 20C, which is Rose Vanilla, which again looks a little bit lighter than the Pure Vanilla, but it is the cool tone, which doesn't suit my skin as well. Then you have my shade, which is the 20N Pure Vanilla, which is more yellowy toned. And then the last one is 22N Calm Beige, which is again in the neutral or kind of like warmish territory, but it is a bit of a darker shade. The colour range, of course, is not that great. The 22 doesn't seem very deep at all, and the 17 does look like quite a bright shade, so it's definitely leaning more towards the lighter colours, as is kind of usual with the Kbeauty shades. In general, I think that the 20N Pure Vanilla is a pretty good match for my own skin tone. It's a little bit darker and it does kind of go a little bit orangey. In comparison to my perfect colour, which is NARS Sheer Glow in Siberia, it is a little bit deeper, but it still works fine. Okay, so I've just applied my sunscreen and now I'm ready to go in with the cushion. I am using the cushion puff that comes with it, which I think is probably the best. It's a fine cushion puff, and I'm picking up a bit of the product. Because the cushion is still quite saturated in product, just kind of dotting it around the main sections of my face, and then I'm going to try and blend it out from there. I found that this cushion is pretty easy to apply. However, I did find that if you used a cushion puff that was a little bit less soft, I guess, like there are some cushion puffs that are like quite hard, like flimsy, it didn't spread out very well, so it was definitely a little bit dependent on the applicator, but in general it applies like any other cushion. The colour is pretty good actually, so I got Pure Vanilla, which is 20N, so it's on the neutral scheme, and I feel like it's a pretty good match. I'm quite happy with that, which is really nice. And I feel like I get a nice light to medium coverage if I wanted to build it up. So I've got one little pimple down here that I can put a few more layers on if I wanted to, but otherwise it evens out the redness really nicely, but you can still see like a few of the little freckles shining through. So here's how we look with a half face. This is the side with the product versus without. So a lot nicer, matches my neck, which is really nice. Okay, so this is how the full face is looking. You can see that there's like a really nice, slightly dewy finish to it, which is really pretty. Looking at the forehead, we have covered up most of the scars. So you've got a few little scars here and one little pimple there. Looking at the fine lines, they look really nice. They're not any worse than normal, but they're not incredibly covered. Around the eyes and around the cheeks, you can still see some of those little like freckles and things like that, and then when we smile, it's not too bad. You can see a little bit of the fine lines, but they're not made worse. And then around the chin area, we have one current pimple, which is fairly covered. It was quite red before, and then the redness on the cheeks, you can see a little bit of it, especially on that side, but it's not bad. And then the color difference, it's pretty good. So I will take you guys around to the different lighting once I have done the rest of my face. So here's the indoor direct lighting. So I'm standing beside a window with some kind of like sheer curtains, and the cushion looks really nice in this lighting. Here is the indoor indirect lighting. So this is standing well away from
a window. You can see that the colour is a little bit off, but that's just the indoor lighting. The cushion still looks really nice. And here's direct lighting outdoors. This one, obviously you can see a lot more details and a lot more texture on the skin. So it does show the semi-matte finish of the cushion, and you can see a little bit more of the flaws in the skin as well.
So the cushion has been on for 6 hours now, and here's how we are looking. I did just film some lip swatches, so my nose marks are actually not that bad because I fixed them. It was very easy to fix. But on the forehead there is a little bit of shine. There you can see the camera would focus on my forehead, but the coverage looks good. Like I said before, there were some nose marks, like nose grip marks, but you can't really see them. I just kind of like patted it down with the cushion puff again. And the nose tip looks pretty good. It's a little shiny. Not bad for 6 hours, I would say. My poor pink lips. This is not lipstick, this is just lip balm. They are painful. And here is the chin area, still looking pretty good. Little pinkness down here where I would normally sort of like rest, but otherwise it's looking nice. So I would say that so far I feel quite good. Like this is my morning part of work done, and then I'm going to be doing my afternoon evening part, and I will do a check-in tonight and show you how it looks.
Here's the cushion after 12 hours wear, which I think is actually looking pretty good. My forehead is a little bit shiny, but it is still pretty intact and it looks okay. The nose area is quite shiny, especially the tip of my nose, which is pretty usual, and you can see the glasses marks on the side of the nose. They're easy to get rid of though. Then the chin area is actually looking pretty good. You can see a little bit of redness around the sides of my cheeks and a little redness on my chin. When I wipe the oil off my nose, you can also see when the camera focuses again that the cushion is still pretty intact underneath the oil. So wiping it away or like blotting it doesn't get rid of the actual coverage, which I think is really good.
So in general, I have been really enjoying trying out this cushion foundation, and I feel like it does a really good job of what I like in a cushion, which is to be the correct color, easy to apply, and like no fuss. If I want a really, really nice finish, but I'm willing to kind of like work a little bit to get the finish that I want, I prefer that it's not in a cushion, because for me the cushions are the ones that I pick up and grab, and I can, you know, reapply them during swatches and all of that sort of stuff. So this one is doing a really good job for me specifically. There are a few points though that I wanted to go over from the product description that I kind of do not agree with as much. So it says that it is lightweight and provides sheer coverage. And I don't think that this is, like, I am wearing it at the moment alongside some of the concealer as well. And I do not think that this has sheer coverage. I think for me, it's definitely like a medium coverage, because I can't really see, even though I haven't got my glasses on, I have got a gigantic mirror, I can't really see too many of the flaws on my skin, which is lovely. But to me would indicate more of a medium coverage. It's definitely not full. I don't feel like I've got a full perfect face, but in comparison it does say sheer coverage, lightweight, sheer, and I don't think it is sheer. So if you were looking for something that's more like a tinted moisturizer kind of finish, which to me is more of a sheer coverage, I would disagree with that. However, it's not really a negative. I quite like the coverage. And then lightweight, I don't feel like this is that light. It's certainly not heavy. Like it's no MAC Studio Fix fluid. For me feels more like a heavy full coverage, but it certainly feels like I'm wearing makeup, and it certainly looks like I'm wearing makeup. And again, not negatives really, it's just a disagreement with the actual product description, which you may read and look at and think, oh yeah, I really like those things. I don't agree. However, it says that it's enriched with hyaluronic acid to moisturize your skin. I do feel like it moisturizes my skin a little bit. It doesn't make my skin feel dry. I don't feel like there are that many additional benefits from having the hyaluronic acid after you take the cushion off, but I feel like when you're putting it on, it does feel moisturizing, and it does look moisturizing while still having that semi-matte finish, which I also agree with. All in all, I've really enjoyed using this cushion, and I'll definitely be using it again. I may even repurchase it because I do really like it that much. It's a really close color for me personally, and I really like the way that it makes my skin look. So it's actually one that I would look at repurchasing. As long as it is cost effective to do so, of course, because I do have quite the large collection of foundations already. I'd probably recommend this one for people who like a semi-matte finish and medium coverage. Again, I don't agree that it is lightweight. As long as you're okay with feeling and looking like you are wearing a bit of makeup, I think that it is a really great choice in cushion. So thank you guys so much for watching this review, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!